And maybe this will work. Hell, maybe. Who knows? We'll try. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Anybody, let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, nay, maybe so. Bam, let's do that. Sounds good, he said. Good deal. Appreciate that, man. Sorry about that. Trying to get all this shit set up. I wanted to update real quick before I come on. What the hell? What do you want to update now? Should have updated a long time ago. Don't wait till now to update. Good Vape LA, ID Vocal. What's good? What's good? ID just made it back from the airport. Man, I hope you had a blessed trip. Thank you for the pictures you shared on social media, man. Looked like an awesome, awesome trip. My wife loved the pink temple. That was really kick-ass, dude. Yeah, Happy New Year's to you guys, man. Hope everybody had a blessed one. If you're here, that means you made it through safely anyway. You know, New Year's can be a trying time for a lot of people. Do this here. Bam. Live chat. Man, been busy myself. Bob Shorkey, what's good? Zach Hawkins, Steve Thompson, Shroom Stamp, what's good, man? Brian Shepard, Happy New Year to a true superhero. Man, I'm no superhero. Promise you I'm not. I'm just a man that's been afforded an opportunity to right some of my wrongs, and that's what I'm doing my very best to ensure that I right my wrongs accordingly. Oh, man. Make one more adjustment real quick. This thing's a little high. Let's try that. Much better. I got my monitor set up back over there somewhere. Like you can't see it, like way back in the corner. It's a big monitor, but trying to get my camera position where I can look at my monitor and see my chats all at the same time. It gets kind of complicated sometimes. Man, vape gear, I ain't got nothing new in. Kind of the same stuff. You know, Christmas, New Year's holiday, kind of a slow slag on that. I did get an email from SX regarding the SX Auto thing. They're the big version with an update version 10.0, something like that. Going to install that later this evening, see how that works. Still rocking my SQ 1.5 up top. That fucker will focus. It might want to. It might not want to. But I can make it focus. Bam. Yeah, still rocking that one. Loving it. It gets the job done for me. I can't complain. It works. Spiritual Life. How are you doing, ma'am? Alex, good. Mindful MC, you're a good man, Joel. Man, I ain't always been a good man. I'm still trying to become a good man. Let that be truth right there. Still rocking the little SX Auto Squonk piece. This one right here. It works pretty good, man. I'm pretty impressed with this a lot. The Vaporesso Degree is another one that, truth be told, I've been rocking the hell out of this one. I like this one a lot. Let's see if it'll. There you go. I'll get back. You was just good there a minute ago. What happened? That one. That little booger right there. It gets the job done. I am very, very impressed with this one. Do I see anything new coming out with all the bands happening? Yeah, man. A lot of new stuff's going to come out. And, you know, that's the persistence of this industry. And again, I've said it a million times. It's a global thing. It's not just the U.S. There's other countries out there that vape. So regardless what the U.S. does, people are still going to vape. That's just, there's no denying it. And even if the United States does outlaw it or whatever, people are still going to be rebellious and continue to vape because there's too many people already that know it's a healthier alternative for them. What's got me shook right now is the actions the United States took over in Iran. That's crazy, man. We're facing some real trying times. You know, a lot of people are upset about it or whatnot. I can't give just or unjust to the cause. I'm not sure exactly what the gentleman's responsibility was. A lot of people say he was a tyrant and a terrorist. If so, then man got what he deserved. You know, it's just a matter of time for somebody pulls your card. The part that worries me more than anything is the retaliation in which our country will face for those actions. You know, Iran, the only reason why we had pulled out and had the initial, or not an initial conflict, but a continuation to the initial conflict was the fact of their nuclear weapons program. You know, we had put a lot of trade embargoes on them and sanctions against them for their actions in the nuclear development program. And then we lifted those sanctions against them to kind of help them and render aid to them with agreements that they would stop pursuing of their nuclear weapon development program. And apparently that wasn't the case. There was some issues there. Trump had pulled back out of it. And in doing so, reissued those sanctions against that country and lifted aid to them. Man, if they were in development of a nuclear weapon program at all, that means they already have the technology to do so. They're at a position to where they can do so. So it comes a tit for tat type situation. You know what I mean? We off one of theirs. You don't think they're going to try to off one of ours? You know, I understand that in the time of war and the time of conflict and confrontation and such, those losses are going to be had. I feel for the people that will suffer those losses. That's a horrible, horrible thing. I don't know why the gentleman was wherever he was at, but regardless, is the fact that the gentleman is a known individual in that region. So we're going to face some serious consequences for that, guys. And I'm not saying we were right or we were wrong. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in when push comes to shove, hell, I'm going to draw first blood. Like, I'm not going to wait for you to draw it. I'm going to go ahead and get mine, and we'll see how you do afterwards. So I completely understand why the president made the call that he did. There had to be some kind of just reason for that. Like, they have to understand that. And I know that you got all these people with all these theories and, you know, it's about delaying impeachment is Clinton all over again. Man, I'm not here to decipher all that. All I care about is the souls that'll be lost accordingly. You know, anytime you lose a soul, a human being, a life in general, that's a problem. You know, there's something wrong with that. We should be able to live in a world where we coexist with each other and accept each other's differences accordingly. But we can't do that. We're in the times now where that's unacceptable, and that's really the biggest problem we have right now. I'm not happy with the situation right now. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. Yes, Mike is coming out with another mod. Who said that? Steve Thompson did. Yeah, he did. I've seen it. It's a very, very clean, cool looking mod, and cannot wait to get my hands on one. Bob Sharkey says he loves his topside SQ. Yeah, the SQ topside is A1 in my book. I thoroughly enjoy the hell out of it. Let me go grab. It's right here. I did get this thing in the mail. Let's see if it'll focus there. The MRN Monster V3. Very, very interesting piece, to say the least. I can tell you that. Very interesting. I do love the way that as a stack section, the bottom scroll work. Let me do this again. The bottom scroll work here matches the scroll work up top, and same to the door, and it's just like right on point with each other. Because a lot of times what you see is when I offer a stack section to something, it'll be one pattern here and a completely another one here. Be uniform in the pattern. I like that. It looks really good. It complements each other. Even the top to the bottom really complements each other a lot. I actually built that and baked it yesterday. Believe it or not, I'll be 100% honest with you. That is not my style of vaping. Stacked mix. I can do it. I used to do it back in the day a lot, but I guess I've gotten older or something. It's not my preferred method to vape. But I did went ahead and built that up and vaped on that a good bit yesterday. MRN makes this mod. It's called the it's called the Bomb V3, I believe is what it's called. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, MRN mods. Even on the top, man. I mean, it's beautiful work all the way around. Let's see if we can get that zoomed in on that. And you see the hole, right? You can see through the hole. It is a hybrid. Side fire, trigger fires up top. It's a really, really short throw on the fire button. Let's see if we can show that. Don't look at me. Look at that. There we go. Yeah, that little piece there is very, very short throw. It's not much at all. Just kind of sit back and hold it. Right. Dual 21700 stacked. So it'll throw you some power real quick like. I guess the biggest thing for me is building for that. You know, like to make them long coils for it just seems really can be problematic. And when I say problematic is because you have so much area of coil in between that the cotton in the center, sometimes you'll burn that cotton if it's not saturated enough. It takes a little bit. You can do it. It just takes a little bit of knowledge to be able to wick something that you build for that correctly. John Derrick said, nice piece for the collection. Honestly, man, I'll end up getting rid of that thing. Like, I'll keep it for a little bit, vape on it. My wife said, no, don't get rid of it. You always get rid of your nice stuff. You always give away your nicest stuff. Keep some of your nice. And shit. That's my preferred method right there. Squonking, it's my thing. I enjoy it. Did I try the Karma Bridge for the billet box? No, I did not. I did not. I did have it. I did not try it. Went ahead and got rid of that. ID Voca says he loves the series vape. See, there's certain people that do enjoy that style of vape. It's just it's not one for me personally. It's been something that I used to do a lot back in the day. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Same with mechs. Like, you know, I remember getting rowdy builds and, you know, pushing the limits on my batteries to staying within safe regions, of course. But, you know, really ronking on it and puffing, but it just wasn't for me. Brian said, you got a build for me to try to run on that mod. Brian, inbox me, give me the details on it, man. I'll try the build, see what I can do with it, you know. I try different things every now and then, and that's something I got to remember too. Is that it's not always about what works for me, like my style of vaping. And I want to be able to try other things and offer valid feedback and opinion accordingly, without being biased just to my style of vaping. That's something that's very, very important. Jason Witt said he cannot get used to the height of the. Man, it's perfect for me. If you have small hands, you know, you probably won't. But it just, the package in general is just perfect for me. I love it. It fits my hand. It's my style of vaping. It works. Good deal, Brian. Miss Connie, how are you, ma'am? I know I reached out to you about your package that I felt really bad because Miss Connie had won a giveaway she won a reward on one of my YouTube videos, and I sent it out, all my Patreon winnings out to those folks, and I couldn't locate her tracking, so I started digging and digging and digging. I couldn't find it. Well, I've done some more digging in my truck, and I found her package in the back seat of my truck, or the wife's truck, or SUV, and got that sent out to her. Hopefully she should have it in due time. Oh, she got it. She's going to build in it this weekend. Awesome. Yeah, the Pulse V2, unnamed Pulse V2 ought to be pretty cool. Good deal. Miss Amy Relis, love her to death. Absolutely love her to death. Love to see you in here. Miss Connie, I hope you had a blessed one. Miss Amy, I hope you had a blessed Christmas and New Year's as well. Miss Connie, thank you for all your support. Guys, if you don't know, Miss Connie Fellows has been down with Mr. Just Right One for a very, very long time. I love her to death. She has 2 sons that she raised military, and I hope that this conflict doesn't bring any deployments to her boys, but if for some reason it does, I know they are prepared and more than willing and ready to do whatever must be done to protect and serve our wonderful, great country. She's also a very, very strong advocate for our industry and our community as well. So thank you, Miss Connie. We appreciate you. Brian asked, do I like a warm build? Man, I'm all over the place, but ideally the profile is my preferred style of vaping. I don't really, doesn't have to necessarily be a warmer build. I just like a lot of flavor. If I can get my flavor at a lower wattage, less battery drain, I'm good with that, but like I said, I'm trying things all over the place. Peter waiting for his 1.5 to come in. Good deal, man. Good deal. Everybody, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Rip Trippers put up his video, and regardless how somebody may feel about the individual, nobody can deny the fact that he is if he gives your product a good review, it reflects in sales numbers. So to see that as a positive thing on my end, I'm very appreciative of it, very grateful and thankful for the kind words he said about the initial profile, and then to follow it up on the 1.5 and, stand behind it as well. Very, very much appreciative of that. Conway Liddy, thank you for your services as well. So he's on deployment number 5. It's more like a rotation, though. Man, again, thank you for your services to our great, wonderful country that we reside in. Am I going to do a best of 2019? Yes, I am going to do a best of 2019. I would have done it this week. The little man's been home from school, and we had the New Year's deal going. I didn't do much for New Year's. The missus was not happy with me. Like, I was being very unsocial, she says. It's no secret. I don't partake in any extracurricular activities, that sort. And when it comes to consuming alcohol, I had one mixed drink the entire evening. It just wasn't my thing. I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't something I cared to do. And the wife was very unhappy with me. So I had to take that lick and keep on thinking with that one. So the next day, it was also her daughter's birthday. And the day after on New Year's, everything was closed. Little man's home from school, just hanging out, watching movies, cutting up, enjoying being in the house with the little man. And it's hard for me to get motivated when he is home to sit down and record a video. I have everything written down. All of my list has already been done. Again, like everybody else, it's products that I've been able to review and products that I've had my hands on. So there may be some things on that list that don't coincide or line up with everybody else's. Reading the comments here. Yeah, man, New Year's, it's just another thing for me. Like, it's not, like the title says, New Year, same me. I see a lot of the posts of people having resolutions or things like that. Man, set goals. Piss on a resolution. Set a goal. Like, set baby steps and achieve those goals. Don't worry about a resolution. I ain't trying to resolve shit. I'm trying to change things. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to resolve a damn thing. I just want to change. I want to be better every day. And I don't have to have one day out of the year to make me feel like I should be better every day. I know that I should be better every day. Yeah, there, ID. No New Year's resolutions for me. I have none. My goal every day is to be better the next day than I was the day before. That's the only goal that I have. And that's a continuous goal. That's a goal that continually, it's a progressive thing. As I get better, my goals get better. And that's to be better every day. And some people will say, well, man, you never satisfy yourself by doing so. Yeah, but I enjoy that. I enjoy never being complacent and constantly moving forward. Rogo Don, how you doing, man? Blessed, blessed. Huge shout out to my brother, man. Santos did his thing, ensuring a little girl had her Christmas, and those are situations when I seen that, man, like he tagged me in it, and I'm not sure I even shared it to my face. I may have shared it to my Facebook. I don't think I did, but I know he tagged me in it. And man, I didn't do that, guys. A lot of people coming in, sending me messages. Oh, thank you, man. What you're doing is a wonderful thing. You don't got to thank me for nothing. Y'all thank him. He's the one that made that happen. You know what I mean? He's the one that seen the problem and did something about it. He made a post about it. And when I seen the post, I did what I could. I know there's a lot of other people that have reached out since to ensure that they can help in some way with the total situation on that matter. So salute and respect to him. I'm just a small portion of that. That guy, he did what he had to do to make sure that young lady had a Christmas, and that's awesome right there. It's people like that we need more of in this world that really just want to see others and ensure that them babies is taken care of. I'm a sucker when it comes to the kids. I love kids, man. I love my kids. I love everybody's kids. I don't love all kids, but I love most kids. If they're good, well-mannered, good-behaved children, I'm pretty well good with them. Caesar, Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year's. Yeah, Steve, I seen that, man. Good looking out. Good looking out. Seen the proposal as far as the pods and everything and the wording in it. I can speak my piece on it. And you want my opinion, how I think about it, go watch Suck My Mod and Phil Bersado's little video on that. Very, very informative. And they have a better understanding or interpretation of things. That is something that it's very complicated. The wording, the interpretation of wording sometimes when bills are written and laws are passed, the loopholes and lingos, I mean, it's tough. I know the news went to a local shop down here. I was actually invited to go. I did not get an opportunity to make it down there, but I know the news did go down there and wanted to get their feedback on it. Since I was invited, I should have went, but I was unable to. Tired. My personal opinion is I think we should do away with the higher milligram nicotine. I think that's the root evil of the problem. I don't think it has to do with the flavors and the delivery systems. I have a firm belief that it is the nicotine levels contained within. And when people say, well, you got to have 50 mils, you got bullshit. You can sell wolf tickets to somebody else. Because whenever I made a conscious decision to stop smoking and pick up vaping, them kind of levels weren't even available on the market. So to tell me one can't do it without that, that's a lie. They're becoming chemically dependent of something else. And we can go on for days about that. It's not a very popular opinion, but it is my opinion on the matter. Some people agree with it, some people disagree with it, and that's okay. And that's what makes us human. Yeah, Steve, Miss Connie, thank you both. That's whenever I started, there wasn't that; those were not available, and we had many people that where we got to in this industry was because it happened without all that. That high nicotine salt nicks didn't come into play maybe 1 or 2 years ago, maybe 3, I guess. I can't. It'd be hard to put an exact number on it because again, it's not my preferred method of vaping. I'm vaping every AIO pod system I get, whatever it is, I'm using higher nicotine content instead of a salt nic. Something like a 12 even is good for me. It may not be good for everybody, but it works for me. Yes, very good. ID Voca says 12-18 regular nic is pretty good for mouth to lung style devices. I 100% agree with that statement. I think what I got from fogging out with the Batman E&B is like a 12, I believe. And it's been working very, very good for me. Especially in the mornings, man. Like I catch myself in the morning going after these little ones. The missus just come home. You didn't go to the gas station? I figured you went to the gas station and got something to drink. Nope. She said I got plenty to drink in there. But it does show that, there wasn't a complete flavor ban, and we're thankful for that. The state levels, what they're doing, that can be very conflicting with the federal deal, and that's where I get lost at. Like, state law supersedes federal law on certain things, and then federal law supersedes state law on certain things. But if you commit a federal crime, you go do federal time, all right, away from your state charges. How do they justify one over another? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I guess that's where the whole United States of America is something I still firmly believe that we are not united on any forefront, unless it comes to, finances, money. Like how is it that I can pay a federal tax and a state tax as well, and I can be prosecuted for not paying either one of them? If I don't pay state taxes, I get prosecuted. If I don't pay a federal tax, I get prosecuted. And I'll do separate time on both. They will not run those concurrently. I'll go do a federal bid for not paying federal taxes. I'll go do a state bid for not paying state taxes. Both of them will take my belongings to sell or liquidate to offset the penalty that I have on both. What do I think Texas is going to do? Texas is a very, very odd place because we're further down the list on the MSA agreements and the amount of money in which we were compensated with or how we settled that agreement. But Texas is also like the Bible Belt, like a lot of places in Texas, you couldn't buy alcohol in certain counties. Like they even went down to like a county level as opposed to like other places where you could buy it anywhere. You could only buy liquor here. You can only buy liquor here or beer here and not liquor here. It's a crazy thing the way Texas works. And Texas has always been, especially in like remote places where I live in East Texas, man, it's very, very old school mentality and old school people and old money. And that old money makes the rule, makes the law, So kind of have to wait for some of that old money to move on and hope that a lot of their old money mentalities weren't left with the future generations. Same with interracial relationships, man, and remote parts of East Texas, remote parts of Texas in general. That's really, really shunned upon. It don't make me none at all. Who you choose, who makes you happy. I'm a firm believer you don't have a choice you don't get to pick who makes you happy. People make you happy because they make you happy. That's something you don't have any control over. And who you love, I don't feel like you really have a choice in that matter either. Who you love is who you love. Like love is not something that's with discretion. You love those that you love, and that's the human nature, human way of being. But a lot of places in Texas, and not just in Texas, but other states as well, interracial relationships are highly shunned upon. And why is that? That's because it's an old mentality. It's an old way of things. And it's unfortunate. I wish it wouldn't ever be that way. Yeah, Conway, if you live in H-Town, man, you probably won't, because that's Houston. But if you come up north, just north of Houston, you start hitting the San Augustine, Crockett, and those kind of areas, you start seeing a lot more of that, where a lot of people shun on those interracial relationships, Fort Hood. Good deal. Yes, Jeremy, everybody bleeds the same, man. We're all a human being. It doesn't matter what color your skin is or where you're from. Trying to read some of these comments. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, that's not just Texas, man. You go to Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. I mean, you go to a lot of places, Louisiana, certain parts of Louisiana, even. I mean, I guess it's anywhere, really. And it just shows a simple mind frame that people have. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. Something to sip on. Sweet tea for the win. Absolutely, Connie. That's something I lack in, is a lot of empathy. I don't have much empathy, and it's something I've continued to work on to try to be better at, is to be more empathetic to people. Sympathy, empathy, remorse, forgiveness, humbleness. Those are all things that I try to work on every day to ensure that I get better at. Jason Morgan said the only thing to do in Tyler, Texas on a Friday night is the Mr.JustRight one live experience. Unfortunately, he's right. Tyler, Texas has very, very little to do on the entertainment level. Unless you want to drink, you can go. There's plenty of places to go drink in Tyler. Unless you want to eat, there's plenty of places to go eat in Tyler. But as far as other entertainment, I mean, it's pretty well tapped out. And cow tipping. Yeah, you can go to cow tipping if you want. A lot would get shot doing cow tipping, though. What kind of coffee do I like? I actually don't drink much coffee. Red Bull is my coffee. I've been trying to work on that too, but I've been failing miserably. We have that little K-cup system, I guess, whatever. I very, very rarely use it. I mean, I think I drink more hot chocolate out of it than I do coffee. My dad comes over. He likes coffee. Hell, we bought some coffee one time. It was like $5 a pod, some really fancy, expensive, high-end coffee, really, really strong. Hell, my dad was over here one day. He drank like 8 cups back to back. I was like, man, you enjoying that? Oh, yeah, sounds really good coffee. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you like it. It's like $5 a cup. Had to go back to his coffee pot, said Thompson. Black Country Vapor, good morning to you as well. Happy New Year from the UK. Hope you guys are having a blessed one over there. Man, the love and support from the UK is crazy. Crazy, crazy. I look at sales numbers of profiles and homages and 1.5s and unities. Man, the UK, they really, really believe in that. And I'm very appreciative of those guys. Yeah, Brian, that coffee from Batman, that coffee and cream, is a really, really good one. It's actually one of my preferred. I think that's what I'm rocking in this Vaporesso piece right now. Straight Blaze, thank you. Appreciate that. I need to pick me up some different RDAs. I need to get on something besides profiles. And I know I'm going to have to do what I did before, and that is just put up my profiles. If I had to put up my Unity, because that's all I was vaping on, I had to put up profiles because that's all I was vaping on. I'm going to have to literally take builds out of them and store them and pick up other RDAs to try other things. It's a tough one for me to do, but it's something that I have to do. First on my list is going to be that Asgard. Everybody tells me about the Asgard, the Asgard, the Asgard. I've had opportunities to pick that up for well over a year, and I've yet to do so. So I need to get off my tail and make that happen. FLA vapes, yes. MS Connie, the RDA for vaping, try it. Definitely will. I know I have the Cosmonaut V2 over there. I need to put it through its paces. I got a build from Coil Turd in my Cosmonaut V2 and have yet to vape that. I mean, it's got cotton in it and still haven't vaped it. Miss Melissa, I read your comment on the sampling of e-liquid from EMB and fogging out the Batman video. Thank you. Very, very kind of you to leave such a detailed, wonderfully worded comment. I appreciate that. Bob Shorkey says he's happy with his 6 profiles and 5 unities. Yeah, man, but I got to open up my horizons a little bit. Well, I've seen a couple other ones that really sparked my attention. The Dang's on the list as well. I need to try that one. Haven't tried it. I know the Axial Pro is coming. That one is really, really high on my list. Like I sent them a message. I was like, look, man, just tell me where to send my money. I'll send it right now. Like, I gotta have one. He did tell me they weren't available yet, but as soon as they did come available, he would let me know. So I'll definitely keep y'all updated on that one. The Axial still ranks as my number 1 RDA. I love that thing a lot. So I'm hoping this Pro takes it to the next level, man. Like, I would love to see it take the number 1 spot of the Axial. I think that would be really, really cool. Yeah, I got to get one of those Pros. That's probably like the one that if there's an RDA that I've been waiting to try and been wanting to try, it's that one. And only because I've seen the rendering and seen it in Ontario, ECC. I was fortunate enough to sit there and have a conversation with the guy, and he explained it to me what he was doing, showed me some renderings of it. I was like, yeah, gotta try that one. Don't know mod-wise, Mike's Clutch, that's top of my list right now. There's a few others going on in the background, happening, getting worked on, that I'm really anxious to try as well. I would like to see in 2020 me come up with a mod, not an RDA, but a mod to be released. I'm in negotiations right now on one that hopefully we can get it sorted out. They're waiting for some input on my end. And to be honest with you guys, I have just been too damn lazy to get up and make something happen with that. Kind of shaking off these holiday mentality. Like when the kids are on vacation, hell, that's like vacation for me because I get to hang out with my little man, hang out with my old lady, and watch movies, stay up late, sleep in during the day. I think the little man ain't been to bed till 3 o'clock in a week. Like 3 a.m. every morning, he's still up. We're still in bed watching TV. His mama will pass out, but me and him will sit there and we'll shoot the shit and cut up. And I enjoy that. So it's hard for me not to do that with him. You know, and to me, that's the time when he's like the sweetest. Like he's sweet to his mama all the time, but he's sweet to me when he goes to bed or when he wants something. If he wants something, he'll be real sweet. But if we laying down, his mama's asleep, then he's like, all right, cool. I can be sweet to my daddy now. Caught him earlier at the mall. We were out doing some shopping. We were eating at Chick-fil-A, and he's sitting there eyeballing a little girl. And I noticed it because he had a chicken nugget, and he went to dip it in his ketchup. And he dipped it in his ketchup and pulled it up. And he didn't take a bite. He just sitting kind of looking up and down. And I kind of peeked over there and seen the little girl looking at him. And I called him out on it. And he didn't like that shit at all. He's like, oh, come on, Dad. Why are you doing that for? And I caught him in a picture. How old is my son? He's 9 years old. I have a 15-year-old son as well. He's enjoying his Christmas break with his mother. I would like for him to come home too, hang out and kick it as well. Imagine I'll get him this weekend, maybe tomorrow. Axial Pro should drop within 2 weeks, Miss Connie, if I'm not mistaken. Within the next 2 weeks. And it's an interesting time for it to drop because it's the first quarter. I figured they would have dropped it prior to the holiday season because people would have their money and be ready to, spend their money. But the time that it's dropping is also a good time. It's a bad time and a good time. One, it drops early in the year, and it's dropping right before the Chinese holiday. So if it does really well, it leaves that want out there where people want it and can't get it. And that too will drive sales as well. If somebody wants something and they can't get it, it can be a double-edged sword. You can do really good because it'll make it, when it is available, continue to sell really well. Or it can kill a project because we are people that want something right now. We want it right now. We don't want it in 5 minutes. We want it right now, like all the Alexa systems and Google Homes and Hey Apple and Siri. And we want answers right now. We want results immediately. So if they go shopping for an RDA or a product that they want and it's not available, they'll go for what is available. So it can be a win. It can be a catch-22 on that right there. So I wish them the very best. I have no doubt that it is going to be a phenomenal RDA. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that. Ghost Vape, I'm doing good. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Chris Lopez, my brother from another mother, way out there in California. That's a man that brought in his New Year's tip in a bottle or two or three, went for a fourth, and they didn't have one. Yeah, the Axial Pro. It's coming out within 2 weeks, I believe. Straight blaze. Really looking forward to that one. What are you guys looking forward to? If you guys would suggest me to go buy an RDA, which one would it buy? Miss Connie, I know you said a RDA for vaping, to try that one. So if anybody else has one out there, and also the Asgard, that's on my list as well. So if you have one that you think I should be picking up to try, let me know in the comment section. I'll come back and read them later, and who knows, maybe you guys will influence me to pick one up. Scuba, how are you doing, man? Vapor Miner says, damn, I'm late. Serve you to swallow, you wouldn't be late. What the hell? He doesn't have a wrench beside his name. ID Voca, he loves his drop. Man, I got to find me another drop because every drop that I've had, I've gifted to somebody. It's a great RDA, and I've always gifted it to other people. One, because of the ease of use, the way it's easy to build in that thing. So, Trilogy, RTA, yeah, Batman suggested the Trilogy to me as well. Going to try that. I did see they just released the frosted caps for the Asgard. That looks really, really clear, really, really good. And they did the Saga in like an icy clear, transparent. Super, super amazing. Hold on. Let me just give you a wrench on this one, Miner. Where you at? Come here. Comment. Miner. There you go. Miner, you got your wrench back, my friend. Yeah, the drop has great flavor. It does, and it's the ease of build on it and the flexibility of the build. Like you can build a lot of different ways in it. You run a nice single coil in it. You run dual coils. I mean, you can get really, really fancy with it. It's a good piece. The Barrage, I already got the Barrage. The Barrage is a good one. Aesthetically, it's probably one of the best looking RDAs I've had in a very long time. And it's single coil. It's my style of vaping as well. With the single coil in there, it gets down. Been enjoying that little piece too. I guess I forgot to mention that one earlier. Get focused. And it's not going to. Ain't that about a bitch? Focus. Damn it. Don't focus. That Voyeur profile up top. This is a really, really good combination, especially as soon as it's single 18650. That one was really, really, really good. Ghost Vapes asked what my thoughts are on the Mutant. I cannot speak on the Mutant as a retail version. The version in which I have, the versions that I have are prototype versions. So can't really speak on that. Vandy Vape, that's a company that doesn't send me much of anything. I don't do much with Vandy Vape. Don't know why Vandy Vape doesn't do that, but I don't have any communications with them at all. Oh, that is the Voyeur by Vulcan Designs. It's a pretty nice little piece, man. I enjoy the hell out of this, and it looks good in that red. I think that it's like aesthetically, that's something. Again, I don't know why it bugs me so much, but aesthetics are everything in my book. Like it has to perform well, but it has to look good while doing so. I cannot stand it when I get a mod that looks amazing, doesn't perform worth the shit. Or same with an RDA. You get an RDA that looks amazing, but does not perform worth the damn. It just, or performs really good and doesn't look worth the damn. Those will drive me up a wall. It is very, very small. Single 18650, very, very small. Yeah, what else is there out there that I really want to try RDA wise? I can't think of any other RDAs right now. That Axial Pro's kind of got like kind of clouding out everything else. That Icy Saga from Vapors Cloud is high on my list. The new caps that they released for the Asgard, I'm really interested in those. So I'm probably going to go ahead and pick up both of those, the Asgards. Somebody I'm waiting to see something from is TVL. You know, I know they did their High Five Edition mod, and that was a banger in my book. I really enjoyed that one. I'm looking to see the continuation of that line to see how they do. So we'll see how it goes. The Asgard was rated #1 RDA for 2019 on the eClick Awards, UK. I think that was very, very good of them. Very proud of those guys over there. Brian over there, solid dude. Well deserved. You know, I've seen that RDA a whole lot. Go back on Instagram this year, it was up there a lot. It really, really was. Brian, I agree. Asgard Mini sooner or later. And they did some really nice colorways in that as well. You know, I'm really a big fan of the colorways. Again, aesthetics mean everything to me. So. Yeah, man, I didn't even know you had a 1.5. My bad. But thank you for your support, man. I appreciate that. Got a little something I'm working on with the 1.5s. Details shortly. You know, I'll let people know about that when I get some samples back. I'll let you know. Took the little man to watch the new Star Wars the other day. That was a good movie. He really enjoyed that. I think it's funny that he enjoys Star Wars. My wife can't stand it, but he enjoys it. Lopez sent it to you. I guess Lopez didn't like it. Thanks a lot, Lopez. Oh, Lopez uses his every day. Sorry for me to assume, Lopez. Oh, some bartering y'all had done. Is it for nude pictures again, Minor? If you're trading vape gear for nude pictures of Lopez, come on, man. Which mesh do I prefer for the profile? My preferred method of vaping for the profile is going to be the OG mesh, like the first one that came with it. It works for me. The surface area is great. Cool down period is good. I thoroughly enjoy it. I know a lot of people say it's not warm enough for them. Again, I'm not one that needs like a fire breathing dragon of vaping. I just enjoy good flavor. It produces ample vapor, solid flavor. It doesn't have to be really warm to satisfy me, but that's my preferred method. And there goes Lopez with that VV life, man. I think he's like employed by Vandy Vapes and like a mole. Come over here, hang out, Mr.JustRight one, pick his brain, see what he's got, goes back and sells that information to Vandy Vape. That's what I think. I may be wrong. I did like the SS and the Unity. I did rock it in temper control and the Unity a good bit. So that worked as well. If y'all like the OF RF mesh and wanted a warmer vape than that, man, that extreme mesh that they have is going to be good. And I won't even lie. Vandy Vape mesh is good mesh. If you can cut it down, trim it to fit, it rocks. I mean, especially if you want that warmer vape. Dave Satek, that's his preferred method in the profile, and he's been vaping profiles just about as long as anybody else. Now, Lopez says he designed the Colin M. Oh, man. I hope everybody had a good New Year's and has a good New Year. You know, 2020 is a year of the number itself. 2020 is resemblance of that's perfect vision. You know, so I hope you have a vision for how you want your year to be. And remember that you got, what are we now, like the 5th or the 6th or something like that? Or the 3rd, only the 3rd, see? But you have like 362 some odd days left in the year to get up and make this year everything you want it to be. If at first you don't succeed, it's all right, man. Get up the next day and set off with a positive mindset again and know that it's achievable. It can happen. It doesn't just happen by luck. I'm not a believer of much luck at all. I'm a believer in positive mindset, positive attitude, positive initiative forward, like to constantly move forward, that things happen that way. And know that this entire year, every day, you're given an opportunity to get up and make this year exactly what you want it to be. And this time next year, when we're sitting here having this talk again, I hope that each one of you watching right now is in a position to where you can say, man, 2020 was the year that I made it. Because 2019, whether you believe it or not, was the year that you made it. Same with 18 and every other year of your existence was a year in which you made it. It wasn't a year that was given to you. It wasn't a year that was somebody else made or built for you. Your actions are a direct reflection of how your year is going to be. And know that moving forward, each one of you has it within yourself to make it everything you want it to be. At $38.84 in savings once a week, you'll have 2020 in your savings. You will have 2020 in your savings. $38.84 invested with small risk investments. You can have more than 2020 as well. Well, congratulations, Bob. Congratulations, man. That's really, really good, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everybody, man. I'm thankful for you being here. I'm proud of you guys. Next week, I'm going to go ahead and try to secure a guest. Don't know who that'll be. If you have anybody you think that should be on the show or I should have on, let me know, and I'll do my very best to reach out to them and see about having them on. Buffalo Juice Girl, I thought about reaching out to her and touching base with her because she did a lot of Instagram influencing, and just kind of touch base and see how all the changes have affected her and what she's doing and her game plan to ensure she has a good year in 2020. No promises on that. I would definitely try. Twisted, he's another one I need to get on here. ID said he gained 20 pounds in 14 days in the Philippines. With the cuisine, I bet you did, my friend. All right, Twisted or Kent. Either, both Twisteds. Why don't we just have a Twisted Friday? Get them both of them on here. They're both good people in my book. I really respect both of them. But yeah, I will touch base with Mr. 420 and see how he's doing. Let's see about getting him on the live. We may go live earlier if that's okay with you guys. We may have to do it midday or something. You guys can watch the replay if necessary. But we may do that. Or how about Grim even? Grim Green. I could reach out to him. See how he's doing. Oh, Angelo Lore. I'm sorry, I don't want to murder your last name. But thank you. I appreciate your support of the 1.5. Got to reach out to a couple of these guys and see what we can do. So I'm going to set myself a goal for next Friday, having somebody on the show for you guys. Because I know y'all get tired of sitting here listening to me talk, being mundane and monotonous in my conversations. But I'm going to leave you with this, guys. Let's pray for our country. Let's pray for the wisdom and the strength and security be with our forces that have been deployed overseas as a reinsurance and demonstration of the American power and American mindset of the way we are. It's a trying time. Some people won't make it that long, they won't make it to next Friday or afterwards. And you got loved ones that are parting ways with their families on these New Year's. And that's a horrible thing to think about. But if you would, just pray for them, pray for their well-being and the wisdom for our leaders in this, not just our country, but worldwide, to be able to coexist with each other and understand that we don't all have to agree on the same thing, but we do have to exist with each other peacefully to ensure that our future generations have a place to call home, Earth. We can ultimately be responsible for our own self-destruction. I don't want that for anybody. So, as I always do, I'm going to check out of here right now. But if at any given point in time you have ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me, Mr. Just Right One, checking in and checking out at the same damn time. Love you. Stay focused. Stay blessed. I'm out.